NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Jets and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble.
Anders Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Raheem Blackshear now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. Bringing him out, coming off a tough rookie season as the top pick in the 2023 draft is Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 29. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
To the air on first down, Young. That pass complete to McMillan. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets' side.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Young working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Prater puts it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Xavier Gibson now to return. Duke the defender. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's not going to get much. A modest gain at best to the 41. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
4th down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Panthers are going to take over deep in their own territory. Young on 1st and 10. He lofts it deep left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
It's caught. That's Thielen. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Rashad Weaver finishing off that play. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Young. He's got him. That's McMillan. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
Well, every once in a while, this game of football becomes a game of chess. And how are you going to get your defensive players in the right spot, the right place? That dime defense, well, that was the right call. So many eyes on the football. And more importantly, the ability to go finish that interception.
Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Hall running between the tackles. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go right back to Hall. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here we go, 2nd and very long. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Blackshear on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Thielen's got it, complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Young on the play action. Flushed out of the puck. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. And it's a nickel look from the Jets, third down. Now it's Young. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers break the tie here in the first. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Hall takes it straight ahead. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Taylor. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Panthers football. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Pass him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And it'll be Jets football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Caught by Lazard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! Panthers pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. New set of downs for him at the 38. Looking to throw, Young. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. It's a 10-3 ball game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Hubbard again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's Young to throw. Finds Sanders. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They put a receiver in motion right. From the 19. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets tie things 10-10. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Blackshear on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick-6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Young back to it after the pick. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Lays out, what a catch! They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Counterplay, Hubbard. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Running for the marker on second. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pickup of 2 here. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Play action now, Young. McMillan hauls it in. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. A tight end in motion now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They bring Thielen in motion right. From the 30 on 2nd down. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 3rd and just 2 to go. Young working from the gun. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Receiver in motion, headed right. Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. He's got him, that's McMillan. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Defense shows blitz, Young. Hubbard hauls it in. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Gibson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jets offense now set to take over. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Taylor. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Now it's Taylor. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll go down here at the 16. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 2nd quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Jets take a 4-point lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Blackshear on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They motion a receiver left. To the air on 1st down, Young. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Connects on the crosser. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now it's Young. Connects with Hubbard. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Young on the play action. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Rush coming for Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Young on 1st and 10. That pass complete to McMillan. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Young throwing here. Thielen's got it. Complete. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This is reeled in by Leggett. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action now, Young. Flushed out of the pocket. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers. With it, 3rd and 2. Young to throw it. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 4th and short. They'll run for it, Hubbard. And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Finds Lazard over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Jets take their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Running this with Hall. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. Austin McNamara on now to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. He's keeping it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. So at the end of 2, the Jets really playing road warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Roster spots are going to be won or lost depending on these next 2 quarters. So let's get back to it, as I'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's the Jets offense getting ready to start our third quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29, Corley reels it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now a give to Allen, running right. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Setting up a throw. Able to find Corley. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now this is a beauty of a kick. It's headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Dalton. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends motioning left. To throw, here's Dalton. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Dalton to throw. Connection made to Tremble. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. On the give, it's Brooks. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Carolina in punt formation.
And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it.
Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Punt team on the field. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Brushes him off with ease. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Panthers working with a short field as they take over. Sending a receiver left. Dalton looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Running the toss here to Brooks. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's into the hands of Moore. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
A 3rd down run with Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here, following the penalty. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Only a couple there, hoping obviously for considerably more, and that's going to bring up third and very long. Throwing here, Dalton. Setting up the screen. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Prater puts it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, well, he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jets out to begin another drive. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. First down, he takes the snap. Doesn't have the hook up there, incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And now they face second and long. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Allen trying this straight ahead, and he's brought down for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They'll send him over right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, Instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Moore going in motion left. Here's Dalton. He'll get this one to Brooks. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Counter give to Etienne. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On second down, it's Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, that's gonna back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm gonna get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a man is there to knock that away. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down. This is Allen on the give. He'll cobble together a yard there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Jets have it with a lead to start the 4th, but the win's not secure quite yet. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down, ball at the 36. On the handoff, Allen. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Panthers are going to take over deep in their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Brooks. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Dalton now to throw. He completes it in traffic. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 from the 41. Dalton. Able to find Renfro here. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now Dalton. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
So now here come the Panthers. Big moment as they go for 2. He's throwing for it! And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hauled in left side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. Looking to the air here. Outright, Corley makes the grab. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. This is Allen. And he goes down after a small gain across the 40 to the 42. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. That's going to bring out 4th down. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10. The give to Brooks, running right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. To throw, here's Dalton. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Begins his return at the 16. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And they are there to bring him to a halt at the 26. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down from the gun. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 38. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
The Panthers set to take the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Throwing here, Dalton. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Here's Dalton to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Sending the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And that is what we call a stat stuffer. First, Kate, he picks it off, and then he gets into the backfield and gets home for the sack, and now he is just feeling it. He's thinking to himself, today is my day. And let me tell you, as a former quarterback, you don't want any defender ever thinking and playing with that confidence.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. But that's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And it'll be Jets football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Bale. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Here he is to throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Jets take their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Running once more with Brooks. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. One of the tight ends motioning right. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Carolina in punt formation. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Penalty helps the offense out, but still fourth down to figure out. Now to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Panthers beginning to celebrate their win here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.